I just heard my client talking to her agent here at the inspection, telling her agent she wants out of this house. I'm going to show you why. However, what makes this kind of interesting is the listing agent for this home is also the flipper who renovated the home. So you would think that there would be maybe an extra level of professionalism, especially if you're the one listing it. Let me show you around. Somebody was definitely taking their time when it comes to painting this bathroom ceiling and the sealant down in the bathtub. You don't need that to cover that crack all the way anyway. Loose toilet is always a classic. How would you like this for full pressure in your kitchen faucet? Buglehead construction screws used to hang the cabinets, not a cabinet screw to be seen. Dust, dirt, and straw were everywhere. Floors, countertops, the whole place needed to be cleaned. Nobody took the time to cover all this stuff when they spray painted the house. So this is all overspray that's there forever. I think this is probably enough support for this furnace exhaust vent pipe. What do you think? Here's a cool idea. Let's caulk the electrical panel cover to the wall so it can't be opened. Seems solid enough. The floor seemed a little soft, so upon further investigation, yeah, you're looking at it. They just laid the LVP flooring right on top of the carpeting that already was in this room for all the mechanicals. That's definitely going the extra mile. Gotta get this fastened down, boys. The grading was all negative around the house, sloped toward it, so that's where the water was going to go, as you can see, and there were also no downspout extensions installed to get the water away. Interestingly enough, there's a brand new grate that I saw, which would indicate that we have a ventilated crawl space under this place. Remember that, it's going to come into play in just a second. This first crawl space area took my breath away with the must and the mold in the air. It was really strong, so I was not looking forward to the other one. Oh man, there were so many issues in this crawl space. You can see the plastic on the floor. Look at this insulation that they left in the ceiling or in the floor structure. That's all mold growing on all the insulation backing and the facing of it. That all happens because somebody made the decision to put this plastic down and encapsulate this crawl space, even though there were vents there originally, which is how it was originally intended. And they did not do a great job because the walls were not insulated on this crawl space. So there's a lot of moisture that can still get into this place. And because of this, warm air, cold air, and condensation constantly, there's a nice duct that's come apart for who knows how long. Because of that condensation and temperature differential, anything that was metal was rusting, for example, and wood was rotting or molding, and there were a lot of conditions here. Look at this. This is the way everything was down here. It had been left and neglected this way for years, and for some reason they thought it was a good idea to put plastic down, and they didn't do a great job of it because things weren't actually really sealed off. Look at the rust on that electrical box. Here's a nice leak that's been going on for a while. Any extra wiring here for this well pump? Here's one of the spots where the plastic was just wide open to the dirt below, letting in all the moisture. Here's another one. We got water standing in here. Little puddles all over the place. Not sealed very well at all. If you have a true encapsulated crawl space, everything is taped and sealed completely. There's no air getting through. But here we didn't have that, so these conditions had been left. All the ductwork had been painted with a black paint of some sort to hide the rust or to try to make them last longer, but the rust is still here, and these ducts are at the end of their life. And I'll leave you with the conditions that were up on the roof. Needless to say, I don't blame my client, and I would have done the same thing, I think, if I were in her shoes.